Stallions, we are going to move on to our next blue and white. Our current blue and white now is página 70. Página 70. 70. Remember when we count by 10? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So we're on 70. And it says to talk about what you and others are like. Here we go. Artístico. Artística. Notice there's an O ending and an A ending. So if it's a guy that's artistic, we say he is artístico. If it's a girl, we're saying who's artistic, we say she is artística. So you make the ending match the gender of the person you're talking about. Okay, and then we're gonna need to make sure we put that accent on the I in artística, artístico. Okay, atrevido or atrevida. If you look at atrevido, kind of looks like adventurous, and adventurous and daring are similar words, so that might help you out. Bueno, buena, good. We probably can figure that one out. Deportista is sports-minded, someone who's really into sports, someone who lives and breathes sports, someone who's athletic, in other words, deportista. Notice the deportista ending is only ista. They didn't give you an O option, and that's because ista stays, ista stays, ista stays, ista. It's written in cement. In other words, there's no isto ending. So even if you're the most manly of men, you're still deportista with a feminine looking ending. Isn't that weird? It's an exception. If you scan the blue and white right now with your eyes, you're going to see that almost all of them are O/A, O-A, O-A, but not deportista, because ista stays, ista stays, ista stays, ista. So it's the exception one, and we just have to remember that isto would not be an option. And we're going to move on to desordenado. Desordenado, messy, disorganized. Desordenada, messy, disorganized. Estudioso, estudiosa. Impaciente, impaciente. This is our first one we're coming across that ends in a neutral e de elefante. The ones that are neutral e de elefante enders, such as the one I just said, impaciente, and the one underneath it, inteligente, and then paciente, and lower down we see sociable. All of those are like gender neutral. In other words, they're for girls and guys. So it just is written in cement. You don't change it. So a girl is impaciente and a guy is impaciente. Do you see how that works? So the E ending adjectives are both for girls and guys. It kind of makes it easy, right? We don't have to make a change. It's just ready to go no matter who we're talking about. Okay, so you know what? I feel like I skipped a word. I feel like I skipped estudioso and gracioso. I feel like I did, so I'm going to go back to those. Estudioso, estudiosa, gracioso, graciosa. And estudioso is a cognate, nothing to worry about there, super easy. Gracioso, yeah, that looks like gracious, doesn't it? And being gracious has nothing to do with being funny. So this is a false cognate in Spanish. Okay, this one's a false cognate. So we're just going to have to remember gracioso, graciosa means funny. Now I'm back to my impaciente. Sorry, I think I jumped around. And then inteligente, inteligente is another neutral one, inteligente. Ordenado, ordenada, organized, orderly, someone who has things really organized. Paciente is patient. Perezoso, perezosa. We've already learned that word in our mariposa, mariposa, cosa tan hermosa, andas ocupada, nunca perezosa. So we've already learned that one. Reservado, reservada. That kind of looks like reserved, right? And right there it says that that's what that means. So someone who's reserved is kind of shy, kind of quiet, kind of timid. Okay, that's what that means. Serio. Seria, if she's a girl. Serio, seria. Stallions make their own words out of this one sometimes. I've noticed over the last 14 years, people will say serioso because they think it's like a cognate, but that's not a real word, Stallion. So it's serio, Seria. It's shorter than serioso. That's a non-word. So we don't want that at all. Simpático, simpática. Simpático, simpática means nice and friendly. Sociable, sociable looks like social. Someone who's social is really into friends and being around other people and all that. Talentoso, talentosa. That's a cognate. Careful with your T pronunciation. We don't want a lot of air coming out. Trabajador, trabajadora, hardworking. Not to be confused with the infinitive to work. Trabajar is your infinitive to work. So this is longer, isn't it? Trabajador. And then if you're a girl, trabajadora, like Dora the Explorer. You might have seen that cartoon as a child, Dora la Exploradora. So that's what I always think of when I see that. And then we're going to ask people about themselves. ¿Cómo eres? What are you like as a human? What kind of person are you? ¿Cómo eres? And now, ¿cómo es? What is he or she like? So if I'm going to relate it to our song, ¿Cómo es ella y cómo es él? ¿Cómo es ella y cómo es él? Our current rap song where we say, what's he like and what's she like? What's he like and what's she like as a person? What kind of person are they? ¿Cómo se llama? What is his name? What is her name? What is its name? Like, let's say it's a bird and you don't know what that kind of bird is called. You could say, ¿Cómo se llama? And point to the bird. Okay, eres is are you. Now in the dots, we're going to put an adjective. So we'll say like, are you talented? Eres talentoso. And then if I'm talking to a girl, I would say eres talentosa, right? If I want to ask you, are you really into sports? I would say eres deportista, right? If I want to ask you, are you smart? Are you intelligent? I would say eres, give it to me, stallions. Inteligente, right? I'd look at you and I'd go, ¿Eres inteligente? Are you smart? Okay, let's go to talk about what someone likes or doesn't like. Le gusta and no le gusta. We've taught gusta quite a bit this school year. Me gusta and te gusta. Now we're going to talk about le. Le is for the third person singular. So he likes, she likes, it likes. Like the dog likes to sleep under the couch, or that wouldn't make any sense. The dog likes to sleep on the couch. There you go. Le gusta dormir en el sofá. Okay, so le gusta, he or she or it likes. So that gusta stays gusta. Just change out that me for a le instead of a me or a te. Okay, and then we're going to go to soy. When you say soy, I want you to point to yourself. Remember, we do yo, we point to ourselves. So soy means I am. You can start with yo soy, or you can just say soy. The yo is in parentheses. It's optional only. So if you say soy inteligente, or you say yo soy inteligente, you're saying the same thing. You're saying I'm smart, right? If you say soy artística, or you say yo soy artística, you're saying the exact same thing, right? Okay, and then no soy, I am not. So then you're going to put an adjective that does not describe you. Careful that you make your adjectives match your own gender. So since I'm a girl, I'm going to say no soy deportista, because I'm not really into sports. Okay, no soy deportista. Let's think of something else I'm not. No soy sociable. I'm not real social. I like my own time. I'm not one of those that has a lot of friends and spends a lot of time with friends. I like my own company. I'm kind of a shy, quiet person, and I enjoy my own company. And then one other thing that you're not, think of one other thing you're not, I'll think of one other thing I'm not. I'm going to say I'm not, I'm not lazy. That is definitely true. So I'm going to say no soy perezosa. Right? Okay. And then we're going to go on to the next columns. And then I forgot the little one on the bottom. S. S looks like is, doesn't it? He or she is, or it is. We've seen S before in our songs and poetry, so that's a no-brainer. Let's go to the second column. El amigo is a male friend of yours. La amiga, a female friend. El chico, the boy. La chica, the girl. La familia, the family. Yo, point to yourselves. El, he with an accent mark. It's like he's wearing a hat. The accent mark is like a hat. Because if it doesn't have the accent mark, you already know, stallions, what el means without an accent. Give it to me, dámelo, dámelo, give it to me. That's right, it's the. So can you see the huge difference between the and he, right? So el with an accent, think of it as a hat, and people wear hats. So the one with the accent is a hatted one. People wear hats, so then it's the he. El without an accent is the, like el libro. And then let's move to ella. Ella is she. Ella is she. A veces, sometimes. A veces, sometimes. We've seen otra vez, another time, another time. So this is the plural version. And then you remember that spelling rule, drop the Z and add a CES. Well, that's what's going on here. So really, a veces translates into at times. At times, she is quiet. At times, she is social. A veces, at times, or sometimes, right? Muy, muy, we've seen in our poetry and songs, muy is very, muy, very. Make that Y connection. Pero, but, that's the normal but, unlike sino, the negative but. That was in our Quesadillas poem. And then según, according to, and según mi familia, according to my family. According to my teacher, según mi profesor. If you have a female teacher, según mi profesora. According to my mom, según mi mamá. According to my, let's say, friend, según mi amiga, según mi amigo. And then the reason why we're going to use this is because we're going to say, according to my mom, I'm lazy. But according to my teacher, I'm hardworking. According to my friend, I'm funny. But according to my teacher, I'm quiet. See how we show different parts of our personality, different people? So we're going to explore that this chapter and use the según expression to say, according to this person, I'm this way, but according to that person, I'm something else. So I'll give you an example in Spanish. Según mi mamá, soy trabajadora. Pero según mi hijo, soy perezosa. According to my mom, I'm hardworking, but according to my son, I'm lazy. I just thought of that off the top of my head. He better not think that about me. Otherwise, I'm not going to be real happy with him. But that's okay. That was the example I came up with. Okay, stallions. And then if you look at your blue and white, you're going to see that it gives you that little chart where they're telling you the O is for the guys and the A is for the girls. And then they talk to you about trabajador and trabajadora. Then they talk to you about paciente, being for both girl and guy. It's neutral. Then they go ahead and they give you the thes, el and la. We already knew those. Plus, we already know the plural, los and las. We've already learned all that. But this is pretty new for you. Look at the un and una portion. You may have caught wind of the fact that un means a or one. While you've been with me as a stallion. And una also means a or one. I know the book doesn't say the word one. It just says a or an, but it also means one. So un taco is one taco or a taco. Una enchilada, one enchilada or an enchilada. So do you see? We can't say uno taco. That's the deal. Back to the un. We wouldn't be able to say uno taco. We have to say un taco. So un really translates into a, an, or one. Una, same thing, a, an, or one. We'll practice that a lot this chapter. Gracias, stallions.